Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part we are covering a very famous dataset, that is diamonds prices dataset, that is available in the Seaborn library. Seaborn is a Python library. So from there I got to know about this dataset, and in this dataset we try to analyze different we try to analyze relationship between different properties and attributes of diamonds with its price. So for example, if you will increase the carat of diamond, will it increase or decrease the price? Then based on the table size of diamond, X, Y or Z dimension, we can also apply these type of different filters to see data for different type of colors of diamonds, different type of cuts of diamonds. So this is basically cut, which you can rename later. So on the basis of all of this, we will be able to see how we can find out which parameter or what fields are important for us to create the machine learning models, and what features don't have any type of effect on the target field. So you will learn everything step by step. So let's get it started. Now to start analysis of this particular data set, we will use Power BI, which is optimized for report server. So this is Power BI desktop optimized for remote server, and here we will simply click on get data and connect the CSV file that we downloaded from Seaborn, and we will go to Seaborn Diamonds, and from here we will connect the dataset. Make sure that all your columns and headers are properly aligned with your values, and then you can load it. Now we have the diamonds dataset ready. Here we will add a text box, and we will just create our heading and call it Exploratory Data Analysis on Seaborn Diamonds Dataset, or we can simply write diamonds price prediction data, or whatever you want to name it, and we can simply give it a size of 28 pixel, make it bold. And I have kind of done it like a template. I usually put the heading here on top, and then I keep the sidebar for our slicers or filters. Here we will select a particular color. So let's select any color right now, or we can select a darker color as well. So we will select this color, and then we will click on effects and enable shadow and visual border for it, and then our first part is ready. We can save our work, and we can save it as EDA diamonds.pbix. Then we have this small area over here where we can put some image to represent what type of analysis we are doing or what type of data it is. We are simply going to use the diamonds data set here. It is image of a diamond that we have downloaded from the icon finder website, and here we will go to effects, and or we can simply copy the styling from here and copy it to the image. Now we have exploratory data analysis on Seaborn Diamonds dataset, diamond price prediction data. Our header is now prepared. When we are trying to analyze data like this, so what we do is we try to find out what is the relationship of this particular variable, which is our target field, with other fields. So for example, if we have carat given here, so if you will increase or decrease the carat size, will that affect price? And for that we can simply use a scatter plot, In a scatter plot we can use two numerical values, and for those two numerical values we can try to create a scatter plot to see relationship between them, like do they have inverse relation or direct relation. So if we put caret here and say don't summarize, and we add price here, then you will see a graph like this, but for this also we will have to say don't summarize. Now you see a scatter plot like this, where this is the caret, like caret can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the basis of caret size, we can say that price is increasing, although it is not a direct linear relationship, but we can tell from all the samples that we have that caret and price have a linear or what type of relation do we have, and that means if you will increase the caret size, price will increase. In Power BI, you can click on add further analysis to your visual and enable the trend line from here. If you want, you can change the colors, like you can add some markers. Markers that are used here are currently dots. We can also use these diamonds since we are analyzing diamonds. Color is something that I am going to change later. From here I will just use format printer to apply some background and shadow, and from here I will go to general settings and title, and here we will write caret versus diamond price. In the heading we will use some other color. For example, we can use this color. We can align it to center. We can also make it bold, increase its font size. Let's keep font size as 16 pixels. So this is exploratory data analysis, and here we are exploring what is the relationship of diamond caret on its price. Next we can copy this chart and we can create another visual here. One more thing that we can do, we have to decide how many visuals will be put on the first row or in the first row. So here in the first row I will put three visuals. So I will make these three visuals of equal size. Later I will resize them properly. Here we have caret versus diamond price. Now we will see what is the relationship between table and diamond price. So for example, you can see we have some table size from 43 to 95. We have different table sizes. So on the basis of table price sizes, like if the table size increases or decreases, table is basically width of top of the diamond relative to the widest point. So if that width of top increases or decreases, so we will keep this and we will add the table here. So we will add table value. For this also we have to do don't summarize. When you will see don't summarize here, we cannot see a direct relationship or effect here, because for one table we have many diamond samples. So this is what we can see as the relation between the table versus diamond price. Obviously, since we are trying to analyze relationship between a continuous numerical value with another continuous numerical value, but what we can do here, we can go to table and create its group. So here you can create some bins. You can see minimum value is 43, maximum is 95, and by default bin size will be 0.68. What if we say we will create bin sizes of 5? So first bin will be between 43 to 48, then so on up to 95. So if you will do this, Power BI will create a table bin for you, and here we can add these table bins. Obviously we are going to change the graph, and the type of graph that I will use is a stack chart. In a stack chart I have table bins, so this is a stacked column chart, and on y-axis I will put the price here. So now you can see sum of price for different table values, and you can see in the bin of table bin of 55 has the highest price, or sum of price is highest. But this may be because we have most samples of this particular type, right? So what we can do, we can also see the average value here. So if you will see average value, so on an average the pricing of a table 95, right, is highest. So this is how you can see, and we can clearly see that the pricing of diamonds, the average pricing of diamonds do depend upon the table size. Then we have x, y and z values. So if you want to see effect of any of these dimensional features of diamond, so like length, width or depth, and you can see the depth, the total depth percentage is also there. So we can simply remove a caret from here and add x, and we can say don't summarize. And here also we can see some kind of increment, that based on the x dimension you can see the prices are increasing. We can also add y here, and so we can add y here and say don't summarize. So you can see for x and y. Obviously we have to create multiple graphs here in order to see for all of them. In the similar way you can put y or z here, and you can try to see the effect of these different variables. So on the basis of these values, how the price depends. So I will just keep one of them, and this will be x versus price, or the x dimension versus price. So I will just write it like this: x dimension versus diamond price. Now since this is a this sidebar is there, so we will use it for different filters. The first thing, that we will bring slicer here, and we will use it for clarity. You can see clarities have different values, VBS1, VBS2, and as per the description, I will provide this description URL also. So level internally flawless is levels like IF, VBS1, VBS2, etc. So you will be able to see their effect. So let's say we want to see for all flawless, you will be able to see relationship for all S1 related. Now the only thing I will do here, I will go to slicer setting and display it as a drop down, and when I will select format painter and apply it here, so that we have the same kind of styling. And here I will change the slicer header font size. Let's change it to 14 or 15. We can call it clarity, and we can use this particular font here. Now we will simply copy it one more time, and after copying it we will apply color here. So these diamonds also have different type of colors: D, E, F, G, H, I, J. These are all some color related codes. So for these different colors you will be able to see different diamond parameters, and from here we will first of all change header as colors. So now we have the first row where we have these parameters. We also have diamond depth, so you can also include that in a similar way. Now one more thing that we can do here, all these categorical fields are there, and for different categorical fields like clarity or color, we want to see diamonds performance. So diamonds price in particular. So for example, if we take a stack, let's take a donut chart here, a very simple donut chart, and I will simply, so in the donut chart as a category we will bring clarity, and clarity wise we will try to see the average price. Obviously sum of price will be depending upon how many samples of these diamonds do we have. So on the basis of sum of price with clarity SL1 or SI1 we have most value, but if you go with average price, then you will see that on an average price of SI2 is more. Now we can see sorting of different diamond clarities on the basis of their average price. So and we can see difference between different prices. For example, S12 is 17.21% and VVS1 is 8.58%. So that means this variable will also be very important for the machine learning models that we have. Basically, if we can see a significant effect of the variable on our target field, then we have to include it in the machine learning model. Now, as we have done it for clarity, we can also do it for color and cut. So we can either use the same chart or we can use a clustered column chart here. In this clustered column chart, we will use the color as x-axis and we will use the average price on y-axis. So on an average you can see for the color which is J color, average price is 5323.82. We can go to format your visual. Before going there, we can click here and we can format the printer, and you can enable data labels to see those prices as well. So this is average of price by color. Now let's say for these different colors that we have, we also want to see their average carat value. Just giving a simple example here. So this is clustered column chart. We can also select line and clustered column chart, and here in line y-axis we can include carat and we can include the average value of carat here. So which also tells us that since the average price is increasing, we can see a quite linear decrement in their color based average carat value as well. So it is also quite similar. So this is average price and average carat color. From here we can rename for visual as average price. And finally we have one very important field here, and that field is called cut. So on the basis of different cut that we have, so we will also try to see the pricing. So here we will select average price and average of carat by cut. We will not use average of carat here, and average price by cut, you can see for premium cut diamonds the average price of diamonds are higher and it is lowest for ideal cut diamonds. Here also we can use a simple clustered bar chart, so we can arrange them in this way. Then we can use some other filters, like we can use a filter like instead of color we can also use a filter like cut. So suppose you want to see for premium cut, obviously here one value will be selected, but for all premium cut diamonds, what is relation between their X dimension versus diamond price, what is relationship between their carat and diamond price, and average of price by clarity, and so on. This is something that we can do. And we can add one more simple card here, and in this card I will actually just put average price of the diamonds, so that when we will apply filters we will be able to see. So this is sum of price, we will actually select average price. This is average of price of diamonds. Here I will just go to call out value and choose a color like this, so we can see average price. Here also we will apply the same kind of styling. Format painter, apply the same style. So this is a simple exploratory data analysis. Let's say clarity wise, if we select IF1, average overall average price is 2.86. For SL1, 4,000. Similarly, let's say for a particular type of color, what is a premium color? So average price is 4.58. Okay. If you will select two of them, and on the basis of your selection, what is the average price? Or you can include anything here, like you can also include something like variance, median value, whatever you prefer. So their variance is 18.91 million, like, which tells us that there is a huge price between the lowest price and highest price diamond that we have in the dataset. You can also select the standard deviation, which is to just normalize that. So whatever you want to select here, you can select like this. So this is a very simple tutorial. For Power BI related tutorials, we have a dedicated course on Udemy. So in this course you will see from introduction to core concepts and features, and everything will be covered in this particular course. And you can see it has 45 lectures, total 9+ hours of course, and time to time we also update it. Here you will get visualizations and data collection related topics, dashboard in Power BI, then for DAX in Power BI, data analysis expressions. You will see all important functions, their all important measures, etc. that we have in DAX. Use of Power Query Editor, for that also we have dedicated chapters, and even publishing reports to Power BI service. So this is a simple tutorial course for beginners, and you can explore this as well. I will provide you the link in description. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. If you like this video, please like our channel. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel.